Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Billy's Bluff. It's good to be down here again. You're riding on board the newly painted Flying Scotsman. Now, the A3, you can correct me if I'm wrong or let me know regardless, but I'm pretty sure Gordon in Thomas the Tank Engine was an A1. I don't know for sure, but I could Google it, but I haven't. I'd rather ask anyone out there that might know. But a request from Zero once again. So I do read your comments, and if you do have requests and they're not out of this world, I will try and implement them where I can. But the reason I put this fix in is because I've modified this line once more again off camera, and it's because I have switched it back to one train but with more carriages this time. So we've got a capacity of 140, which, look at that, how impressive does that look? Hey, that's pretty cool. And the reason why I did that, now they were making money, but at the same time they were sort of breaking even. So they were in the red by 200,000, then they'd be in the blue by 300,000, then they'd be in the red by 200,000, and so on and so on. So I've switched it now to one train, more carriages, to see if that might help out a little bit with the profit. And hopefully we can get this thing. We may have to drop a carriage, we may have to add a carriage even, but impressive. I much prefer one train longer if I can, as opposed to two shorter trains costing me more money. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below, was Gordon an A1 or is he an A3? Yeah, I'd be eager to know. Lots of shoring up we have to do down here for sections like this on the track, which are going to help us out as well. Right, we got plenty to crack on with today. Just thought I'd bring you that little tidbit of information and show you what the go is with that. It's forever like, it's the kind of game, it's so good where you can just trial things. So trial that thing, doesn't work. Trial something else, okay, that works, but how can we do it better? And that's what I kind of love about this game. Its replayability factor is through the roof. It's always changing, and you know, content across the board for other content creators and for compared to what I do, it just changes. Everyone has a different style of how they do things, and yeah, really interesting way to do stuff, basically. That's about it. Okay, cracking on. Today we're going to get some tools to Coley Bush, but then we're going to crack on with getting some machine parts sorted out. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Machine parts sorted out for Perrin Point and Coley Bush also, and potentially that means that Lake Bluff can get some machine parts as well. So this is cracking on with getting our yard here sorted. We're not going to work on the fuel as of yet. We'll wait for a few more years to crack on with that. But it allows us the opportunity to take coal from here, send it down to our new hub, get it around and down into here. Somehow we're going to either turn this into another little freight or slash rail yard, only tinier one, and then we've got our steel factory here, so we can, you know, hop between the two. And we can also, now here's the thing, because I don't just want to blast everything through the mountain here down into there. That would be easy, and that would be kind of a little bit against what I want to do with this range. I like I said, I don't want to just be banging tunnels through massive ranges. I would prefer to go around if I have to, and that's kind of the way I set up. That's why I make the ranges so big and in your face, and I kind of like that look about it. So we're going to goat track these two quarries here, or these two iron mines, potentially even that one, but this one here has an ability to get down this way as well, right? So we might leave it that way, but these two here stuck up in this way could come down this way, but I think that's kind of like a no-no a little bit. But we can goat track these two down through the mountain into our factory here, which I think now that we have some half-decent dumper trucks, we might be able to do that a little bit better. Okay, so that's sort of the plan going on today. Let's head over now to Coley Bush, and because what we're going to do is we're going to switch. Now we're going to switch this train. First things first, manage the vehicle. This one, thanks. We're going to switch it to the what are we running? 186 meters at 168 capacity. We're going to switch it to have the Navy's cargo. I've got A1 written there. because I was trying to look for a Gordon and I thought it was a A1. We're going to switch to the navies. Mixed cargo here. The 1890 we've got, I think, is the only one at the moment. So we'll use that at an 8 capacity. These were taking 12. So the payoff is we can get two-way with one kind of carriage. 120 capacity at 190 meters. We could probably go like that. 200 meters at 128 capacity. I think we do that. Okay, we're going to modify that one now. That's fine. We'll just make sure that's all good and you're happy to pick up what you've got. Let's just fast forward a touch so we can get out of this tunnel area. And you're happy with that. And you're running... Oh, okay, that's fine. I thought you were running backwards, but no, you're pulling into here first. Now, we'll make sure... We'll see what length we've got. We've got plenty of length to carry on. Maybe a couple more, but I'll leave it the way it is for the moment because we've got plenty of timber on deck down here. Now, it's going to mean that we run 2 trains up this line because I want one doing ore and one doing timber and tools. So this one here is going to be taking, manage that vehicle. I want to tell it that it's only going to be taking, I think I have to manage the line, actually, yeah. So at Yakhead, right, at Yakhead transfer, you're only going to be loading timber, right? 100% of the timber, and you're going to be unloading tools. We don't have the ability to... It's bring back... Oh, yeah, there we go. I was looking for the actual picture of what the tools look like instead of the actual tool symbol. So you're going to be unloading that there. Okay. Make sure you don't get this wrong, Ham, because you often get this wrong. And then at Gordo Flats Transfer, which is down here, Gordo Flats Transfer, you're going to be loading tools and unloading timber, right? So we're just telling it that that's its job. That's its only job is to doing the tool run, okay? Now, that's all good and well. So now that we've got that established, let's head back up here. We've got our truck stops in place. Now we have a truck stop here with trucks buzzing around, getting timber sorted and all that sort of stuff. We do have a separate truck stop in here that I'm going to utilize to actually pick up the tools and other stuff when it actually enters into Collybush. So tools, maybe machine parts might get delivered up there. We may even put a separate line in, but for the moment, they could even do with probably their own little freight yard. We'll have a look at it because maybe something can even come out the back here of Dewey Cove. But yeah, I think for the moment, we have the ability to run 2 tracks, so I might even just utilize that, which is the smartest thing to do, and we can get everything out from here. So let's get a truck stop in town and make sure that we can get that all set up, established and working. And then we can go ahead and add our train in. So we're kind of really all over the place down here, but I'm thinking down in this sector seems like a good spot where we've built out our own little, you can see our own little fun and interesting shaped areas. I think could be really good. And we've got this roundabout in place, which we can probably start one-waying soon. The thing is, I'd like to utilize this bridge and have trucks go over that bridge. Would be quite nice, wouldn't it? I noticed, Ham, you still haven't got yourself a nice, like, different kind of truck depot. No, I don't. I really need to look into that. Do I just want to run? Here we go. We could run a truck stop with truck depots. So we've got a place for trucks to pull over downtown like this. 24 meter. I think I want to take the 24 meter. So if I run this, right? We might have the, so if we run it maybe down here. Passengers go that way. I'm thinking dropping off, we've got 2 spots we can drop off. Where's your best spot that you're going to be? On the bridge would be the best spot, wouldn't it? When you think about it, it's going to get the most coverage for everything. Considering we've got split sides here as well. This is a bit of a bugger. We can't be dropping off on there. Okay, we've got more on this side than we do this side. Can you put in just a crossing? No, because the way you've got that set up. Very interesting. Right, what are you thinking, Am? I'm thinking, well, I kind of want one here. Maybe we're going to have to put in 2 to service this town. Does that work there then? No, it replaces that one. But I kind of want it to look like, oh, look, Bargain Tools gets the drop off. Look at that. Bargain General Store. That's fair. That's actually really cool. Yeah, we might just have to run 2 separate lines to feed this town. Yeah, okay. So we'll go like this, okay? We'll go, give me this color. Now give me like that one. Thanks. And we'll call it Collie Bush Tools Delivery number 1. Okay. Click on station. We're going from here. And the first station drop off is here. Right, so you come in, do a drop off, and back over the bridge and out you go. That's good because you kind of skip a lot of the town then. I'm happy with that. Then we're going to go a second line, utilizing our color for that, and Control V, and we're going to call you number 2, right? And same sort of thing, you're going to run from here, but this time just to there. Yeah, that's lovely. Do we have the ability to one-way roads yet? We do indeed. We do indeed. I wonder if we should have... No, leave it. I'm going to make the traffic do this. Run that way. Okay. Roundabouts in Australia, run that way. But for this, we're going to run that way. If it comes in and goes that way, I don't know. It just makes sense if it goes that way because that's the flow of the road. Yeah, so that should have that working all Gucci still. That's fine. Okay, good. Right, so we just need a couple of trucks for that. Nothing major at this point, okay? Because once these are in, they're also going to start feeding machine parts. Where are our machine parts? I didn't even check that. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Machine parts way up here, which don't even get connected. Okay, that's going to take a separate line again. Look at this little nice, beautiful little mountainous, hilly more so, isn't it? Hilly little suburb just up in here. I'm digging it. I'm digging it, Collie Bush. I'm into it. Okay, so anyway, that's that. Yeah, get a couple of trucks. We'll work out machine parts later. We may get a few more machine areas pop up. These Mac AC tarpaulins probably will run 1 on each for the moment, right? So just give me 2. For the moment, I'm going to run 1 on Collie Bush. Where is it? I haven't really... Collie Timber Yard. Here we go. Collie Bush Tools 1 and Collie Bush Tools 2. Okay? That's going to get things on the way there. We've got our train that's going to bring back tools. So that should be that. Tools should start to get distributed to each town. So we've got our trucks going here to Parent Point, dropping off tools. And the good thing is I know that we could probably put a train in for there, but once we get starting to get the semi-trailers, the Peterbilts and stuff like that, the bigger trucks, that's going to be much better for drop-offs down in town. Oh, that's right in town too, isn't it? The Brown Company gets that. I'd kind of like to give them a bigger road. Look, here's the thing. I'd love to put in a road like that. That's going to destroy a few buildings, but I think it's going to be necessary moving forward to have main roads in this town. We'll continue you up to here where you link up with that big main road. I think it's something that just had to happen. Can we even do a ring road around this way? Give the town main roads and just be done with it. Cop the money. That's not going to work for me. That is. Yeah, I think that's just something we had to do. Happy to leave these little tiddler ones down here. That's fine. Look at how much they've packed in here now. Down in and around here. They really love to squeeze into places, don't they, the AI? But anyway, they should bounce back with a bit of rebuilding again soon. We've gotten rid of that building. Apologies for your building. And I want to switch that out for the drop-off zone. Also. Okay. It's done a bit of a hump there, but hey, humpty-doo, whatever. Right, we could potentially put bus lanes in here as well, which would help, but I'm going to leave it. Just want to see where your line actually goes. You come up into town, you take a little side street and then back onto the main road and out again. Yeah, that's fine. Alternatively, I could have had it go up to here, down this main road and back out, but I'm going to leave it for the moment. We should be okay for a bit. Okay, so that, if we kick that off, should start to engage tools wanting to be delivered to Collybush. Won't be yet, but we'll see how that cracks on anyway. One thing we can check is the demand, who they're supplying. So if we come all the way over to here, consumers are Collybush. Perfect. Okay, that's exactly what we want. So Parent Point's getting some, the Gap's getting a little bit, and Collybush will be getting some as well. Right, now we can move on with, let's do the first thing first. Let's start making sure we can get product to the steel mill. And then it's an easy jaunt down to the machines part factory, which has got plenty of timber stored, right? They could even just buy some, the tools factory could buy some timber off there. So it means we're not getting enough timber up here. I got to be honest. So hopefully now the demand might kick up again for another town, which means the demand down here for sawn boards might kick up as well, which would be just here, which is plenty of sawn boards there, but not enough here, right? So it might just start cranking up this. Production will start kicking along, and these will start going back full again as well. All right, so hopefully it's just a bit of a knock-on effect for that, and it generally is. So, okay, goat track time. Goat tracks. I am your Muppet. We've lost our dirt road, so that kind of sucks, but it is what it is, right? So I do have, you can see there is a tunnel network for these mines. I wonder if I should have just been taking them all out this way, because that was the original plan, not to have them come down the mountain here, was it? It just makes sense to send 2 iron mines down here, but then you could send 3, then you could send 4. Or we just send them all down the hill and be damned and stick with the original plan. It means, though, that we've got to run a mixed... Well, we just have to run more trains then, potentially. And to start with, we can run them out of here, because these lines are suited for that one and out this way, whereas these ones can be more like that. And it gets us utilizing this line a bit. I see what you're saying. We can easily just come up and butt onto that one. Apologies there. Frog in the throat. Yeah, okay. Well, we've switched it up again. Infrastructure's going to have to go this way. Let's just have a quick think about this. I kind of want to switch up this turnaround point to be a bigger turnaround point down here, to be honest. So that line will need to get out of the way again. And have the turnaround points in here, which actually all join up. And then shoot out. Otherwise, we can just bring iron down, right? Or we could back up there, pick up iron, and head out. and we could just take a heap of iron to here. Or we could just send a train from here. Hey, that's not a bad idea, Ham. Right, wait till that train's gone. On that note, I am going to now put in a different turnaround point over here for all these trains coming out. Oh, how you going to do that? You're kind of good there because you're going up the hill and then out. All right, pause for a sec. Let's just think about this because I want to get trains from here turned around and I want to get trains from here turned around. It would make sense to have one big turnaround section. Would make sense to have one big turnaround section here. Like this. Yeah, it really would. You're going to have to take it from this point here, and then it can be incorporated in this rail yard section down here. What if we just give you a slight twizzle that way? It doesn't really fit in with my yard though, does it? No. But it would if it sat this way. So what if it sat like in here, wouldn't it? Can I add more train connections? Number of tracks too. Yeah, we can incorporate that into the yard then. And so what happens now is we go track. We'll go inside to inside. Would that work for us? That kind of works, okay? It's slow, but it is what it is. So just come up to here for me. Yeah, I can see that working. Okay, you'll get a gist of what I'm doing here very shortly. It was bound to happen. Look, as I said, these episodes are going to be a little bit play as we go. Now, I'm going to actually leave these central tracks in here like this. Am I? I want trains backing around from all stations, but these ones can feed into these, which means that you would be better off. Okay, coming around here like such. I'll just leave you there for the moment. Can I get you to do this for me? Yep, which means I can get you to go there. Okay, not so much. Yep. Beautiful. And then I'm going to skip these two. So I'll leave those two. I'm going to skip those two. I'm going to do this. Right. So I'm actually going to put 4 in then. Configure, give me 4 tracks, please. Lovely. Lovely. It all worked out. Okay, so that's going to be a turnaround point number 1 for that. And then they can head out up that way. At the moment, this one's coming in. So you need to actually link up with there. So let's just take you back a touch. Let's now feed you into... getting these straight ahead would be actually quite nice. Now I'll leave these inside ones, so I'm going to use the outside two for over here. Right. Yeah, lovely. Don't worry about, we don't need you to slip, but you can anyway if we need you to, but I don't need you to at the moment. And then what will happen is these will all potentially link up down in here as well. These can just come out this way or even come out this way. And then we've got turnaround points at each end. And you're getting a good grasp of what we're kind of doing here now as well. Do you want to slip any of these? Not at the moment. I don't need to at the moment. I'll do it as I need it if I need it. Right, so that's that established, and then you can come back out here. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of all this for the moment. It's just in the way. And then it gets rid of our horrible tunnel section in there. Okay, cool. But we still need you to come. Oh, this is tricky. There, like that. You're running down that angle, which is fine, but you actually need to come now on a jaunt that way. Oh, yeah. When tracks just start, we're going to slip you as well. When tracks just start melding everywhere, that's what you want to see. How are you for derailment? Yeah, slight derailment. Can we come off there now, actually? Probably because you're just trying to dig into the ground a little bit too much there as well. So do that again for me. That's a little bit better. Right. Okay, so that line's now established. We can actually set this train now. Was that this one, wasn't it? This one, manage the line. Right, so you used to come up to here to Yak Head's west. Auto flats, okay, so Yak Head transfer, add station to here. Ah, hang on, Pam, you haven't, just before you do that, you've got to get back into the station down here, don't you? Yep. So I didn't actually need to delete that, did I? Which station are you coming into? You're coming in on this side, which is fine because the other side I'm going to switch to be machine parts. And in fact, we're going to be double tracking, aren't we? Just put it in there for the moment just to get things up and working, up and running. Okay, yeah. You don't have the ability to switch. You need to have that ability. No, why can't you come down in here and then go back up there? Come in here. So you're coming down into Yak Head transfer. Let's try you on 4. That's better. And then you're going back to Gordo Flats, which I've right? Okay, yeah, it's just a little play-by error. Play-by. And then once you come down, manage the line. Once you come down here, come through that way. And all should be back to being normal. Right, it's just now it reverses up into here and then heads out. Yeah, okay, that's good. What it allows us is, the potential now to feed these iron mines down into a station just here that we can rejig. So that's horrible. That was a means to an end. Right, so tools should be off and running again, no worries. We've got a bit of turnaround there going on now. Could have made that look a little bit better, but it's fine. We kind of need that angle anyway. And we're going to bring machine parts in this side here, which means we need to bring coal down the mountain into here. Okay, so road number 1. We can just go to play things. Road number 1 is going to shoot like that. Is it? Where is our... There's our point there. Our lowest point that we can work off, isn't it? To come out here. I wonder if we should bypass that station and come down and around. Yeah, work from this way. Okay. Give me this road. We'll actually even just come a bit like slightly down. We are going to need to punch a slight tunnel here, which is fine. Okay, give me that, please. Give it to me like that. Horrible. That's the angle I want. I've just got these set on weird angles, that's all. That's kind of okay. You come shooting out of the tunnel, though. Yeah, I think that'll still be fine. We can put a truck stop in here, that's good. And then we'll, I kind of want to open you up to massive road, but at the same time, we don't need to. Come around here, keep flat for me. Because remember, I want to be leaving some space for trains to get into this area as well. Now, once we hit the bridge, I'm going to actually open you up. To that. So, yeah, now we can bring you up here. That's ridiculous. Are we using that bridge? I don't really want to. What else we got? The green one's kind of cool and funky. I like that. They're actually really cool bridges. What about the white one? I'm sold. I love that. I actually love that. Okay. Damn, buddy. Roundabout. In a roundabout way, I love that. We still don't have roundabouts available for us, nor do we... We've got one-ways like that. Only street one-ways, though. That's okay. Now, the trick to getting roundabouts is to get that little bit lined up there. So, let's get our height from this one. Nice and flat here. Okay, the roads can bend to the will of the roundabout. They will bend to the will. Right, so easiest thing to do is to pick a point here. Make sure you've got it straight-ish. And try and get the same straightness like here. See, we're just slightly out. We'll give that a go. Okay, give it a go. You would do that. You would be better off doing it just with regular road and then upgrading it. Okay, not the best, but still not the worst either. Right, then we can feed that back into there now. And we can feed that one into here. Beautiful. Oh, we even got a slight little tunnel in there. Okay, that's Gucci. All lovely, done and dusted. Who knows? Things might just get a rework, like I said. But the ability to get down and under is what we were after here. That may still hamper these tracks, or may not. We can just play with things later on and see how we get on with it. For the moment, that's how that's going. Right. Building, let's go with this one. Because I don't have... Do I have any others? I normally do, you know. Why have I not got the other cargo stations in? Regardless, let's go with 30 because we're going to need a decent size on this. I'll just go with... we're only taking coal out of here, aren't we? Do you have a link up to all of these? That's going to be fun, seeing those drive down there. Down the mountain. Oh, heck yeah. Wonder if we should give them a separate tunnel out of here. Connection. No, make them... Can I just see where our connections are? Where does the road actually go there? Just ends. So maybe they do need a way to wend down here as well. Go track it style. Are you going back up? Please don't go back up. This will actually make for some interesting views and shots. I like it. Kind of want to go back in the tunnel there. That's how that will go. Okay. Bit of stuff going on there, but that could be quite fun. It's actually going to be really fun seeing that go down. And we can line it with trees and all sorts of cool jazz. Yeah, wallop your trees around. Although I'd like probably to prefer to use more of those styles of trees, you know. Really just get that all sort of tucked in around there. Right. You start to get a sense of how this area is going to play along. Yeah, okay, I'm down with that because now we've got really good use for that roundabout. Okay, back to our truck stops. Building. So that means I can do this. I can put one on here. The other one, thanks. Give me a slight twizzle. Do I want to have just one point in here? Yeah, I do. Like that. Thanks. That's how the truck stop's going to go. Unless I put one on this end so they come around. Nah, just leave it. It's complicated enough as it is. These are coal. These are perfect for what we need. They can go in there. Let's get a couple of buildings on here. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Yeah, really nice. And we need to paint up this area to make it look more like there's a lot of coal in and around the place, but that's another episode, I think. Up here, I'm thinking we'll utilize this side just over here. So we'll carve out a bit of space. You can see how there could just be a whole episode literally just on setting this area up. So same again with the truck stop. We'll run these truck stops pretty similar, I think. You're running on a slight hill there, so it's going to make things a lot more difficult. Yeah, it is. It's made things a little bit more difficult, but it's okay. We can move on. Okay, you can have that. Can't have that. Put a couple of big ones there and there for capacity. We can even get one on the end there, so that's really good. Right, that's our... it's going to be hard for big trucks to turn around in here, isn't it? Big dumpers. No, the big dumpers should be right once we get them. They'll be fine because they're not semi-trailers. That's going to be a fun ride. Right, let's get those lines established now down into our first port of call. We'll put them into this dumping station just here on the right. So line 1 will simply just do this. Right, but we're going to switch you Yakhead Cargo. What's going on here? Yeah, this one. To number 1. Yes, in, around, and back out. Oh, I love it. Okay, give you a coaly kind of color. Perfect. We'll call you Yakhead Coal Delivery number 1 truck. I didn't put truck on those last lines. I did either. I need MGL here to correct me if I spell something wrong as well. All right. Control C. So that one's in. Let's get the next line in. This is going to be a fun one too. Maybe we'll ride this out today. I was kind of wondering where we're going to ride one. We're going to pull into that set of hoppers just there. So we're going to pull into that side. 5. Oh yeah, you got to love it. And then, you know, obviously other cargo ones can drop into these other platforms, but just mixing it up already and having them go to actual proper ones, I kind of like. So you are Control V, and then you'll be number 2. Okay. Right. Losing money hand over fist from all the work, infrastructure we're putting in. But luckily we got lots in the bank to bounce back. How are we looking now? The tools are starting to build up on the deck down here. 1, in fact. 1 tool. What we're missing down in this yard is a actual... Oh no, we've got this thing we can buy vehicles from. Do you have a connection to our road network here? Yes, in and around that way. A bridge over here might be good at some point, but that's for another time. So we want some dump trucks, thanks. These are flatbeds. That's not a dump truck. That's a tarpaulin. Looks like this is our best option for the back tarpaulin. Just think about that. Just knock the tarpaulin down, fill it up, and off they go. I think that's how we have to look at it. Right, so we're going to go like 10 for each. Buy that for... what is it? Yakhead Coal 1. Buy 10 for Yakhead Coal 2. Right, so that's going to start producing coal eventually anyway, once we get the line established to go all the way around down to here. So now we're going to do iron. Yeah, we've got to do iron. So we're going to get all this iron pretty much from here. And I think we're going to actually truck the iron now. I'm changing it. We're not going to truck it down here because that's not the way I intended it. Obviously, you can see by my tunnel network. The tunnel networks don't feed down there at all, but I do have them all feeding to here. That's the way I intended it originally. So we're going to feed all the iron into a train stop, potentially here, where we can just feed around. We have to get machine parts back. We're going to send all the iron down into here and then train it all out. Next episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me again today. I know this is going to, I said, prepare to hang in here for a while. It's going to take us a bit. What is this? Truck number 1. I want trucks number 2, thanks. We're going to ride that mountain ride. And it's going to be heck fun. I'd like to hear some truck horns, actually. But yeah, so stay tuned for the next episode where we are going to kick on with getting this build up and running, getting the machine parts sorted. You can see how long it's going to take us to do things because we're trying to do things. We're not just trying to bosh it in, get it out and sold. We want to do things nicely, correctly. We want to have a plan in place and we want to make sure that it's going to work and that any time we have to come back and fix things, that we don't have to move too much around and it's not too much of a headache later. We've got a process in place basically. Red light. Green light. Anyway, I've been Van Ham. Enjoy this little truck ride along today. I'm excited for this. I specifically went on number 2 here. Is it number 2 that goes up the mountain, actually? Just pause for a sec so I make sure that... Is that number 2? Yeah, okay. Okay, good. We want to be the leader of the pack as well. That one, thanks. Yeah, so enjoy this truck ride along today, not track ride along. This should be quite adventurous anyway. But stay safe wherever you are. Stay glued to your screen for plenty more. I'm off to American Truck Sim now for Hank and I, our world tour, our US tour anyway. So a bit more trucking there. We've got the Valentine's Day special to get through, and I'm only at 5 of 14, so I need to crack into plenty of those today. Stay safe wherever you are. Stay glued to your screen for plenty more, and get out of here.